Hello, 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 everybody. It's me, Maris, and it's time for a Wednesday midweek reading. I've had a lot going on this week, guys. Lots of energy, lots of things going on all over the place. Looks like I've got illumination around me, doesn't it? It looks kind of cool. So here's your smudging. Okay. And then I'm going to smudge the cards. We're using Sacred Destiny today. I don't know, it just kept calling me Sacred Destiny, Sacred Destiny, Sacred Destiny. So I was like, okay, fine. Sacred Destiny's got something to say. And watch her be all shy at the beginning, right? Alright, so hope you're having a most wonderful day. Today is Wednesday. It's that midweek of the work week. And it's, I like to touch base and see what's going on. Make sure that everything is in a good kosher place. And are we on the right track for our wellness, our balance, our success, for good things happening? I haven't played with these in a while, so I'm going to kind of do the old poker shuffle on them for just a moment, just to kind of clear that energy. Okay. Kind of like talking to me. Okay, there's a prime box in front of your suite. Okay, cool. That means I've got some really cool things in my bag over at the other office, so I'm like excited. I'm going to go and check that. Hey, Christy, how are you? I have thought about you about 15 times today. I was sending you, how's Christy? How's Christy? Christy, Christy, Christy. That was on my mind. Hello, everybody. Okay, we've got one. One just came flying out. And usually okay, two just came flying out. So we're going to look for a third. Or sometimes when we're looking for that third, the deck will throw out several cards. Okay, that's what we got. So let me bend down and get them. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. I got to bend down because she jumped out of my hands. All right, so we have 6 cards that we're going to be looking at today. So, definitely. How's your mom doing, Christy? Okay. All right, so we got 6 cards to look at today. I think that was what it was, 6 cards. 2 and then 4 fell. So we're going to start looking at what's the energy coming in. We're going to look at our obstacles or challenges. Then what's our help. And then the rest of the energy that's associated with that. So hope you're ready, because this is a very interesting first card to start out with. Okay, so the first card, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Let me move her over here so we got a little bit better picture. And Christy, I always send you guys lots of peace every day. I know that that's a real tough road. Gateway. All right, so, sometimes people feel like the doors are closed on them. They feel like doors have been closed on them. Well, what's now happening this midway week is we have an energy coming in about doors opening, having an open door. That means that we can move forward. I kind of like that. I hope you do too. So gateway, the doors are opening. You've been feeling like your doors are all slamming in your face, and now those doors are starting to open up. All right, so let's look and see what is our first. Okay, this is the obstacle or the challenge. And I'm laughing a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit on this card. We can see there's a moon and it's very illuminated. And then we have a winding river, a body of water, and it's a little winding there, and it's talking about flow. And so as these doors are opening up, we're going to have to start stepping outside of our comfort zone. And that freaks people out to do that. They don't want to step outside of a comfort zone. It's kind of like being so comfortable where you are, even if you're miserable, but being so comfortable where you are that the thought of something different almost freaks you out. Well, this is card here is that obstacle is about going with the flow. And sometimes you have to be prodded or kicked. Not kicked, shoved, pushed, coerced, whatever, through that gateway in order to not be afraid of experiencing something new. It's funny, I think this is for my friend. I was talking to him earlier today. This wisdom card is, okay, so we're looking at that we've got a gateway opening up, doors are opening up, we're going to get new opportunities coming in through this end part of the week, and in those opportunities we're going to have to step outside of our comfort zone. And when we're stepping outside of our comfort zone, we really learn a lot about ourselves. Okay, so let's reinforce this. When we step outside of our comfort zone, we really start to learn a lot about ourselves. So you're like, well, what the hell? So if flow is telling me, and that's my obstacle, that I need to step outside of my comfort zone, and then you're telling me about that's because I'm so ding-dang wise. Well, yeah. You have a lot of wisdom inside of you, but you haven't been able to apply it. And so now when you step outside of that comfort zone, you really get to experiment. And I'm going to use that word experiment with who you are and where you're going. And so you can kind of test the terrain to see, is this really where I want to go? Or is there something more? And that might be the answer on that, because sometimes we're going to be very complacent where we are. But I'm over here, no. Universe is not going to give you anything easy. If this card was upside down, I'd say, oh, you know what, this is easy peasy, this is like smooth sailing. No, it's not smooth sailing. You're going to have to be breaking through some of those things that have how you identify yourself, and you've been a little bit afraid of putting in something else in that place. Well, this is where you're going to get your test and your challenge, because you're going to have to really do some deep discernment on who you are and what you really want to do to express who you are. It's not easy. There's no simplicity to it. This is actually some pretty complex, personal, complex energy that's coming through. But what happens? Healing chaos. Let's pull this a little bit more here. Okay, whoops. All right, so what are we looking at? We're looking at, I'm looking at this and I kind of laugh, because in many ways I'm thinking about, for some reason, the Wizard of Oz. I guess maybe it's the tornado part of it. That's in through there, but it's just screaming Wizard of Oz to me. I don't know why. I'll have to think about that for a brief moment. That healing chaos, I guess it is kind of like Wizard of Oz, is, yeah, okay, all right, I get it now. Okay, remember when everybody wants to make the trip to Oz and they want to go talk to Oz because one guy wants a heart, one guy wants a brain, another one wants some courage, and she just wants to go back home, And so everybody has told them about the, ooh, Oz, oh my God, you'll be blinded, you can't be in his presence. All of this information like this. And so they're kind of a little bit about them is a little bit freaked out because, we kind of doubt who we are and that we're good enough for things. And then when they get there and they peek behind the curtain and they see that he's some short, baldy guy, and it's like, what the heck? I was tripping out about this. Really? Okay. Same energy, folks. That when everything is said and done and that you've stepped outside of your comfort zone and you start to experience life from a new perspective, what happens is that you start looking back on all the other stuff that had been going on in your life. And it was like what my dad said to me one time. He said, you never realized how sick you were until you're feeling good. That's what this card is all about. This card is about you looking deep into yourself during this transition and really seeing who you are and what it is. And you realize, I'm a pretty groovy person. I'm a pretty ding-dang groovy person. I'm going to give myself some more credit on being a groovy person. That's what this energy over here is. So when we're looking at opportunities coming in our way and that we have to step outside of that comfort zone in order to experience that, and that it really kind of jacks with our emotions and kind of tempts with the way that we look at ourselves or feel about ourselves, but it ends up being all good in this aspect. Because then we realize that that spider wasn't so big, that bicycle really wouldn't hurt us, and we can do it. We can do anything that we put our mind to. Now, what's almost a little bit confusing is this blessings card, because it's in an upside down position. And often people would look at that as a negative thing. They might look at it and say, yeah, you're not going to get a lot of blessings out of this one. But that's not what it's saying to me. What I'm reading through there when I'm picking up on this vibration and how it's placed with the other cards, what I'm looking for is that sometimes, and this will be one of those sometimes, it's really difficult in the get-go, in that instant that these things start happening. It's hard to see the blessing in them. A lot of it has to do with that chaos that's involved with it and that's connected in with that. But again, once everything is like washed through and that dust settles, you're like, holy cow, like, hey, I'm pretty cool. And I was in a really jacked up place, and now I'm in a good place where I'm feeling that wellness and balance. That's what this energy is about. So over the next couple of days, going from this rest of the Wednesday up until late Friday, early Saturday, expect some change. And in that change, you're going to have to step outside your comfort zone and really embrace what's there for you. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as overwhelming as you think it is. And remember, the dude in Oz that was behind the curtain ended up being some short little bald fat guy. Whatever. You know what? He really wasn't that intimidating, and he ended up being really no different than me or you. So peace, love, and harmony. I hope you enjoyed the midweek reading, and I hope to catch up with you very soon.